Okay, here we go. Session 2, 2 cent, 5 cent. Let's go. Well, didn't think about this. This might hinder our plans, because I'm not going to play heads up or three-handed. Honestly, I don't even want to play four-handed that long. So, let's see. If I were to bump up a stake, go to 510. Three-handed? No. I mean, would it make sense for this channel to do 1025? Does that defeat the purpose? Heads up. I think it makes sense to go one up, 510. But if I can't get traction here, okay, four-handed. Why not? So we're starting with $10 then. Hopefully this guy wins. C5. Oh, that's not good. Oh, we got someone else. Come back, C5. Oh, wait a second. Boom, full table. Let's go. Yes, 510 sounds more exciting. I look forward to getting there soon, but the whole point of this channel is track my journey, building myself up the stakes. Maybe I'll cut out this intro. So back to 2.5 we go. I will post my 5 cent entry because it's 5 cents. And who gives a crap? I don't want to wait till I'm big blind. If you play poker, cash games, or online tournaments, and you're playing, not tournaments, online cash games or live in person, and you're playing, whether it's 1-2 or 2-5 or whatever, odds are, like statistically speaking, you want to wait till the big blind. We're talking about 5 cents. I'm trying to create some content for YouTube, for you to learn, perhaps, for me to learn, perhaps, for me to get some feedback. Then let's get started right away. It's 11:30 in the morning. I don't want to play more than 30 minutes, so we'll see how this goes. If I get in the $7.50 to $10 range, I'll probably end sooner. Yeah, I should have probably done some commentary in the last hand, but it's a decent pot, dollar pot. $2 pot, so dollar profit for the winner, give or take. See, so because I posted, kind of as a semi bluff, I'd go to 3x pot, but because someone's potting at 22 cents, it is not worth 17 cents for me with this combination. Yes, 5-7 has some opportunities. Yes, Jack Queen has some opportunities. Queen 5 suited helps, but this is asking for trouble. Well, you know what, guys? Let's gamble. I'm going to gamble knowing this is going to get me in trouble, but I'm in position to the razor. I couldn't incentivize the blinds. Nope. I have middle pair. Oh, that was a good call. I didn't think the guy would just check. That makes no sense for him, but a win is a win. And see how I didn't bet there? Just no point. Suited ace, 4-8, ace queen. Someone limps. This is worth 3x bet. And by the way, most people would pot, but I'm wavering on the conservative side. You don't think it makes much of a difference, but raising 17 cents instead of 15 cents, if you get callers, increases the pot. So then the pot bet post flop becomes more substantial. You have a lot less control post flop about what cards can come out. So you're better off playing a little bit safe. This guy's a one for 33 cents. I have two choices. I can flat, or I can rejam. See what this guy should fold. I can rejam to get seat one out. If seat one wants to gamble, whatever, walk on before a buck. If not, get him out. I'm heads up. I like my chances. Or I could just flat, get seat one to flat, and then it increases my chances of betting playing seat one. But let's pop. Because let's say seat four somehow does have aces or kings, which I doubt. He's probably playing very weak and just going all in. But let's say he does have aces and he beats me, or he has a better hand and he beats me, how it draws me. I can still side pot a larger pot from seat one. Okay, he's in. And this is not ideal. I have a gutter. He jams. I mean, 79 cents into a $3 pot. It's hard to fold. I'm drawing, but let's gamble. Oh, he has a set of nines. And he had my 10, which is the out I needed. That's my point with those hands. I should have just folded. Under the gun, queen 5, king 3, nope. Good job, seat 1. I look forward to taking that money back from you. So I am down, $1.80 pretty much. $1.73. Okay. No big deal. $5 into a 2-5 game. 2-5 cent game is relatively cheap. Let's see what happens. So I shouldn't be in this hand, but let's just say it was. So just for educational purposes, and me speaking out loud also helps me play better, I think. So I have a bottom pair. I have a flush draw, which is not the nut flush draw, which can get you in trouble. Even if I call that flop for 40 cents, which 40 cents again seems like nothing, but 40 cents into a 57-cent pot, it's actually quite substantial. But, let's say I called. What you're hoping for is to triple up, two pair, with one of them being the bottom pair, may not be ideal. So if a queen or king comes out, it's not great. Diamond would be great if it was a king or ace. But in this case, an ace came out, gives me a good shot. For $1, I have to fold. Decent flush draw. I have bottom pair. So I'm going to do about, you can gamble for a buck, but the safe move here is just fold pre-flop. And even if I wasn't in these hands, you fold. I would have had nothing. That would have been a pretty big loss. 3-9, 7-king, rainbow. Any raise here, I fold. Everybody limps. I check, obviously. Free board. Okay. Top pair. Not great. Someone has probably flush draw, a strong flush draw. Someone may already have a straight. If not, they have a strong straight draw. There's combos out there. I'm doing nothing but checking or folding. So the best card for me to turn here would be an 8, because then that connects my 7 and 9. And I have an open ended, but again, I could already be losing to a straight. Even if the 8 comes out, 6, 7, 8, someone could have 9, 10, and it's just trouble. Fold. By the way, I don't know if this is the right mindset or not to play poker, but now that I'm at 322, so if I can get back to 5, I'll probably start thinking about ending soon. That's the goal. And I know you're not supposed to chase losses. By the way, so river 5, I would have hit the straight 7-3. But again, so many things out there beat me. There's a full house. There's higher straights. 4, 5, 6, 7 on the board. Any 8 with a 4, 5, 6, or 7 gives on straight. There you go. 8, 9 would be the nut straight. Those are easy trap hands. Double suited 3, 3, 7, 10. Unless it's limp, 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 in which case I will limp as well for an extra 3 cents. This is an easy fold. So there's a raise from the cutoff. And there's my fold. Ooh, min re-raise from the big blind, and the cutoff did not go back over the top. So what could they have? Now, I'm not great when it comes to range, nut advantages, and hold'em. I think it's even less clear what nut and range advantages are in PLO. But here you go. The guy who bet, C bet. The guy who raised last, C bet. He probably had the range and nut advantage. Okay, button. Ace queen suited, great. 7 deuce, not ideal. While seeing 3 diamonds seems cool, having that 7 of diamonds actually hurts my flush draw probabilities. Ace deuce is not as bad as you might think, but ace 7 is not good. All right. Razor last time, who did not go over the top when he got re-raised, raised again. This time he potted the minimum last time, so I'm going to assume his hand strength is a little bit better. Cutoff calls on the button I call. This is not a great board for me. And under the gun now shoots half pot, so that's an easy fold. That is an easy fold. See, one is either playing well or having some good. So he beat me with 3 of a kind 9s. Then he had he split with a straight, and then he won the last hand. So he's rolling. Here I would have flopped 2 pair. The awesome 7 deuce, but I have no spade. I have no heart. I have no 4s. I have no 8s. I have nothing that would essentially get in the way from someone else completing a straight. And look at that. Let's see. Maybe someone has a straight flush here. That'd be kind of cool. In those, I have 2 pair situations. And even if it's the high-low, all I can hope for is to boat up on the river. But even then, if a 2 comes out, I lose 20. Ooh, so close to a straight flush. I would lose to any. Well, there's something you should do when you play online poker and live poker is you want to analyze even when you're not in the hand. So the downside about Bovada is I don't have like a hand review right here from the screen. I have to go to another window and look at it, but I should go back and see what did one lead out with on the flop. He had a flush draw, but it was a crappy flush draw. I don't know if he had a pair. Okay, so here the same raiser is raising, so that might just be his MO. He's also very transparent after because he didn't raise into me when I had the winning hand, and he also folds pretty easily. So I'm on the cutoff, I'm on the button. Someone tacked after me, but I have mid pair. I have the nut flush draw. I do have one of my own outs. I also have a 6, which helps kind of block some of those 4 to 8 straights that are out there. I'm going to check and see if I can get a free card because there's no sense in buying the pot now with how many people are here? 4. Okay, here we go. 7 comes out. So now that 6 plays a little bit of an important role. This guy's min betting 5 cents, which means he's either on a draw, which I cannot draw him on the flush. I don't have a 9, so he cannot draw me on the straight. But I do block some of the straight drawing, and it's definitely worth a call. This might be a scenario where it's okay to jam as a bluff, but I don't want to raise him with only 96 cents behind because he'll just say F it and go over the top. So I'm going to easily call, see what the button does here. Call would be great. If he raises, yeah, all right, good. I got nothing. I got nothing, and I have a feeling 4 has. Is he going to win with 2 pair? That is crazy. So his 5 cent bet was very thin. And I don't know what the heck C1 just called with if he can't beat 2 pair. with the second pair being a 3. Okay, suited ace, 9, jack, ace. This is not a super strong hand, but I'm going to raise it here. Let's see what c4 does, who's been the aggressor. I'm almost down to 50% of my stack, so I gotta make some moves. Become a little more polarizing, where I'm either a little more conservative or just overly aggressive with some strong draws. Okay, I like this. Mid pair. Draw into the nut flush again. Like before, it'd be nice if I had like an 8 here that could block some of the straight draws. Check, check, check. Ooh, this guy's bidding hard. If 5 calls, I call. If 5 folds, I'd probably have to fold. C1's also been hitting, and right or wrong, I feel like this app's streaky and people. Ooh. Okay, so in this scenario, I'm hoping they don't have draws either because they have my diamonds, but I'm getting 2 to 1. Boom, and I hit. Now let's see what these guys do. Maybe they hit their flushes as well. Someone with a queen of diamonds would be feeling pretty good. Someone with the... Yeah, no, there's no straight flush draw. Well, there's a straight flush draw. There's no straight flush. Yeah. So he folds, he folds. One was aggressive. Let's see what he does. He probably checks unless he hit his not a strong flush. Beautiful. Let's go 5 call for me. By the way, I still lose to any potentially paired boards if someone has a set. I have a 9, so that takes an out away. I'm not gonna slow roll. Not slow roll. I'm not gonna call or hope he bets again. I'm gonna go all in. He either has a flush or he doesn't. If he has a queen high flush, that would be awesome. And this is where if you do have a queen high flush, you almost are forced into call because it's very likely someone would raise with a weaker flush. It's also one of those hands where if you have a thought about it, that's unfortunate. That's a cooler. Second nut flush. On a turned flush, it's really hard to get away from that hand. But I was saying that's one of those where if you have like a 5-6 diamonds, how much you can do. Oh, if you have a 5-6 diamonds, sorry, you have to strongly consider folding. But that is PLO, ladies and gentlemen. You are on the right side of those. See, this guy maybe doesn't play a lot because you are on the wrong side of those a lot. So his overreaction means, by the way, his overreaction in a 2.75 game is maybe he's not a big player. This is common, happens a lot. You will get second nut L's a lot. And there are times where you have the nuts on the flop. You jam, they call. On the turn, you're nutted. And then somehow they get a 1 or 2 outer for like quads on the river against your top boat. It happens. I've seen it. I've lost a good chunk of change in some higher, significantly higher games. Here I would have had a straight, but not the best straight, right? So 10 jack and spade draws are still the best thing that can happen here. And then someone could have gotten a boat. So those are hands where, yes, hindsight, I could have gone back and played and been in it, but I was under the gun. I didn't have the nuts. It's just better to avoid them. Wait for those coolers that we just were on the right side of. Wonder if this channel actually will get some traction if I'm just talking to myself like an idiot. Oh, that guy's still in shock. Come on, dude. You lost. About $3. Not the other one. Less than $3, actually. Ooh, fold. So I'm big blind. Feet 2 potted. Button raises over the top. A small blind in a weak position calls. That's maybe a blunder by a bad player, or he has a Very, very strong hand. Now we're looking at a very dynamic board. Okay. So the initial raiser is betting very aggressive here on this dynamic flop. That tells me maybe overpair kings and aces with a diamond. A good combo draw. I'm going to go with he probably has a set and doesn't want someone to draw out. The three better on the button, going all in, 460 cents. I'm expecting 5 calls. Oh, he's probably on a draw. This is interesting. Wow, he folds. Okay, so aces, quads. Yeah. So C1, small blind, he had to call there with that pre-flop. Aces in this game, not great. And here I am in the small blind with what I call a big blind special, a 7-7 deuce. Double suited, and the ace there just to make me feel better. This is a very, very dangerous hand where you have the potential to lose money, especially if like a heart flush comes out. C1 pretty much goes all in. He's indicating aces, kings, or tilt. C3 folded. That makes me more likely to fold. Let's see what the button does. Button calls. Button has 7 behind him. I'm out of position. I'm in a hand that can get me in trouble. I am happily going to get rid of the extra 15 cents I lost in this hand. Let these two knuckleheads battle it out. Good fold. Very easy for even myself. I can't say new players, but pot committed. I'm getting 2-1 on my money. Let me call her. And as expected, big blind had kings, and it loses to someone that's holding a queen 3 in hand. Well, queens are being very nice for c5. Remember when I said c1 was streaky in the game? I feel like, or it wasn't a rule, and the game is streaky. PLO, my variance, just like that, it can change. Okay, 3 connectors here on the wheel. C4 has been the aggressor raises. Was inclined to raise here, but let's just see it because no one's folding. 2 pair, not bad. No diamond. I don't have a diamond flush draw, but I will bet my 2 pair, especially while he's potting. C4 is potting. C5 is immature and can't handle a couple dollars losses. God, I want to play against C4. He had aces last time, but I'll play it safe. Put a diamond on that turn. He had king ace. Did he have a diamond draw though? I think so. He had the king of diamonds at least. I love when people get overly emotional, either negatively or positive, because it's awesome. 2, 3, 4, 5 with some flush draws. Yes, that's a very well connected board. Not board. A strong connection. Be mindful not to get, if there's something like a 4, 6, 7, or even like a 2, 5, 6. I can get out straighted. Yeah, it's a fold. Easy fold. If I can mute people. That is very mature. But yeah, back to what I was saying about C4, where he semi-bluffed with middle pair. I don't know if he had a flush draw or not. I'm assuming he did, otherwise it'd be a bad move. But when they get cocky and they show their bluff, or they start doing these stupid little smiley faces, it was very satisfying to take big pots or eventually stack them. You also have to keep in mind if someone's willing to show a bluff, that might be the last time they bluff, and they're doing that just to incentivize a call in the future. I've been playing for 22 minutes. I'm gonna try to stop around noon. I am up 60. It'd be nice to start this campaign, this mission, 2-0. A win is a win. You want to book it. So let's finish this orbit, and I'm thinking maybe I'll do one more orbit after that. Especially when I was down half my stack. Ooh, now this is a good hand. This is an aggressive hand. This is a hand that even when you're aggressive, you can still lose. Remember, aces lost to queens earlier. A common mistake people do is they'll pot, and then they will. I'll try to be sneaky here. They'll pot, and then they will just on the flop, no matter what, no matter how handed, how many people, no matter how connected the board is or how dynamic the board is, they'll just repot, and that's not smart. You definitely, oh, big blind, come on, raise here. Perfect. Call by 5. Let's see who calls $1.25. C4 is already saying good luck. You know what? If I end this, he's saying oops. These guys, I've seen this aces against aces. I've seen aces against kings, and I feel like aces against kings, kings tends to win. So let's see what this guy does. I mean, I have aces 100% of the time here. Oh, he got a pair of kings. Straight. What did I just say? Is that karma or what? When you have these cocky people showing flops and doing little faces. He actually had a good hand. And I'd have to go back and look at it, but I'm pretty sure he had a alright, let's do some hand reviews. Maybe you guys will find this helpful. Look at that, I would have flopped the nuts straight. Hard to remember who's going to the hand history here. Hopefully this doesn't mess up your views. I can edit that. It just makes it easier for me to move back and forth between playing and analyzing the hand. Okay, so now that I took that hand down, even more of an incentive to get out. So I was seat 6, he was seat 4. He had 2 suits with clubs and spades. So he did have a good hand. Big blind, 5 cents, 3-handed, why not? Out of position, pair of 3s, check. So ace, king, 5-7. The 5-7 is not super great because the 7's kind of irrelevant with the king and the ace, other than the fact that he's got double flush draws. So he was ahead of me on the flop. 2-3. I had a gut shot straight draw. 9s and 3s in this hand. So PLO was lucky. Sorry, I apologize. He was not ahead on the flop. I had aces. So I had overpair with a gutter, right? Because I had ace 4-5. Oh, is that true? I had an overpair. I had the nut flush. Look at this. I had an overpair. I had the nut flush draw. And I wonder how I'm going to edit this video going sideways. So hopefully it doesn't another crap at you guys. Maybe I'll cut it. Learn to edit. Nut flush draw. I had a wrap around the straight. And he had a king. So he had outs. Ooh, he's doing it again. Alright. So let's rejam from the small blind. Let's hope everyone here gets out. And you know what? Seat 4, if I give you some of your money back, I will not hate it. So pocket aces, I do have a good, because of the flush draw with the ace. The 7, kind of irrelevant. I do have an ace 10. That's not awful. It's not great either. But as far as aces goes, this is not the strongest of aces. A fold here would be ideal. I mean, if he jams, no big deal. I want 5 to get out. Okay, so a 9 gives me a gut shot. I see seat 5 here is not ideal. So same size bet. Figured he's jamming. Perfect. What if I had? See, so now I'm gonna roll. I feel like the algorithm is favoring me. Back-to-back aces. Yeah, this guy's upset, and he should be. I'll review that hand as well. Here we go. I'm gonna raise this, but I know, I know variance. I know PLO, and I know these online apps